Let's break down our quarterback this week, and I'm going to go with Tony Romo. This is a wonderful, wonderful talent playing in the National Football League for a guy that wasn't drafted. Any team could have had, has come close to getting cut by the Cowboys since he's been on the roster, and now has put himself firmly entrenched as a starting quarterback and really becoming a star in this league. Here's some of the things Romo has done better this year as opposed to the past, and things he still needs to get better at. One is, first of all, the guys around him, the talent around him. This may be as gifted a team. It is the most gifted team, in my opinion, in the NFC. Charges as far as talent in the AFC. The one difference is the Dallas Cowboys, not only with talent, but they're getting the most out of their talent too, and people are stepping up and playing their game. But breaking down Romo, have a look to this year from last year. If we had a split screen to show him, last year he played hunched in the pocket. Down, hunched, moving around, throwing sidearm, doing a lot of stuff mechanically, and he's not the most sound guy mechanically anyway. But we saw a guy named Brett Favre wearing number 4 who wasn't the most sound mechanical guy, but also was able to get it done. But mechanics are big, and Tony Romo's not at Brett Favre's situation yet where he can do all that and make those plays consistently over a 17, 18-year career. He's still got a ways to go. But he played hunched over in the pocket, wasn't standing tall. Now, you watch the difference this year and last year. Romo stands tall, almost flat-footed in the pocket. Now you say flat-footed, but it looks flat-footed, but he's still on the balls of his feet. The difference is he's not frantic in the pocket, looking around and panicked. You know what? Set up, get back quickly, away from center quickly, which he's doing even better. Get away from center to give yourself a chance to throw the football and to see things. He's not a 6'5" guy, but he's tall enough to see and throw through zones because he can throw three-quarters and sidearm. But I've noticed some different things. He's standing taller in the pocket, using it to his advantage. You know, with those big guys in there holding their arms up and your big offensive lineman, you've got to be able to throw through lanes and every now and then throw over the top. And the tough over-the-top throw, one that you have to make, is like when you got a little check down. And this is what stuck out to me in the game against Philadelphia, is on a little check down, he stood up, got on the balls of his feet, and came over the top to dump the football down. Instead of here where the ball may get tipped, or when you throw a sidearm, what happens? The arm goes down further, ball sails. You stretch out your legs further when you overstride, ball sails. What Tony's doing is staying more compact. When he strides, it's a shorter stride so he can get his body and legs and butt into the throw. But I like his pocket presence, his stature in the pocket, which is different. He's standing far taller with a little bit of bend in his knees, which is good, but not overly bent where you're playing short, where he's tall and athletic, but also big-time posture, shoulders back and looking. And that's important. I know it sounds like we're talking about the military here, but playing quarterback, you must utilize that to your advantage. It's a tough position. It's brutally tough to have continued success doing it. And Tony's a very accurate thrower for a guy who hasn't been mechanically sound. A couple of other things he's doing well is that when he sets his feet, when he slides, he doesn't slide and be frantic and move around. What he does is he sets and slides and re-raises up to find a guy to throw to. Very good at evading the rush. Wonderful eyes in the back of his head as far as presence and understanding what's going on around him. It's a feel thing. And I don't believe you can teach feel as far as understand the pocket. You either got that presence or you don't. And he's got it. He does have it. Now he just needs to utilize it and trust it. And he should on the Dallas Cowboys. And then when he breaks out to run, he's very good at keeping the ball in position to throw to where the defense doesn't know either to jump him or to stay off, get you 9, 10 yards, get down. Jump you, still be able to throw on the run or reset your feet and do those good things. A couple of what he needs to get better at, and this is going to cost the Cowboys, and it almost did on Monday night, he's got to stop trying to make every perfect play. Now, obviously, that's the goal for all of us, to have a perfect game every game. But there are times when two guys are running with a tight end, you can't make that throw. You'll get lucky once in a while, but it's going to cost you. And the one time when he reset his feet, started to scramble out, couldn't see, threw a sidearm, what happened? He threw a sidearm ball, it sailed, intercepted by the Philadelphia Eagles. And then in the end zone, instead of falling on it, take a safety, run out of the end zone, because we've seen the ball pop out, him pick it up and make a big play, or it was either last year or the year before where he can do that. But you know what? And I believe it was last year. But there's some times when you've got to say, you know what? Not this time. It's okay to punt. It's okay to take a safety. The way that game was going, we're going up and down the field, to fall on it, cover it, take care of your business instead of try to make every single big play. Now, I love the guts that he wants to make a big play, but you got to know when to say when and when to fold him, as they say in the card game, and say, you know what? Not this time. We can punt. I'll throw it out of bounds. I'll fall on it for a safety and give my team a chance, because the Cowboys are good. They can overcome adversity. And so Tony, once he quits trying to make every play, and he gets a little bit too careless with the football at times, trying to make every one of those plays. But show me a quarterback without guts, and I'll show you a loser. And I love that about Tony and what he's doing. And I like how he continues to spread not only the football around, but the credit around to what's going on. And he doesn't seem to take himself too serious, although he takes his job serious, and I love that. But his pocket presence and posture in the pocket is so much better. It is a different football player from that point of view, even though he put up great numbers last year. And this will his mechanics will sustain him. He's been great for 2 years, really, really good and getting better and better, Pro Bowl guy. But to sustain it, he's got to continue to work on the mechanics so his, like a golf swing, breaks down under pressure, so he doesn't break down under pressure. And so far he's shown us that ability mentally to just be able to push bad things out and let good things come back in. And that's why he is successful and will continue to be. And another thing about Tony is his confidence. He's got supreme confidence in his abilities. And I love the fact that he has such a great relationship with Jason Garrett, and he's feeding on it. You can tell he prepares, and he knows where everybody is on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4. If he's got to get it and run out and get to another fourth guy or a fifth guy, he has that feeling about him, and this confidence continues to grow. So that presence, that ability to overcome adversity is one of his great strengths. And if he continues, Tony Romo is going to have his team not only deep into the playoffs, but as a team in the Super Bowl with a chance to win the whole thing. Just don't be frantic, which he hasn't been in the pocket this year. Make sure you continue to stay with those mechanics, and he's far more sound than he's been. Keep watching guys like Tom Brady, which I know he did this offseason, and study that, because mechanically, and take Tom's tape or Peyton's tape, understand what's going on and how you get that feel in the pocket. And then finally, if he doesn't try to make every play, I assure you he's talented enough to make enough plays to get the Cowboys into the Super Bowl. Tony Romo, even after last season, has made an unbelievable improvement in his football game, which bodes well for a very talented Dallas Cowboy team.
So you think you can tackle a pro? There's only one way to find out. Click on fantasy at opensports.com.